How you doing today, Brother Cliff?
I'm doing pretty good, Mazonic. How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. So you know, in Charlotte, every year we have this tournament week, you know, so to say, or CIAA, and I've noticed that some advertisers don't like to say CIAA; they'll say tournament week. I guess for legal issues. But what do you think about tournament week? Because it brings a lot of business or generates a lot of income for this city.
That's an understatement. We're going into our 11th year with CIAA.
Wow.
They're going to be here 6 more years. With the research that I did on it, we bring in blacks, because it's a black tournament. The CIAA, which stands for Central Intercollegiate Athletic Authority, which basically is under the people under that banner is about 8 schools from the MEAC. The host city being Charlotte, Johnson C. Smith University. I think they won the tournament a couple of times, but anyway, a few years ago, $55.6 million was the revenue that was brought in, and we're talking about what, a 5 to 6 day time span. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
The first 11 years, according to the director of the CIAA, the city of Charlotte essentially writes them a check for $1 million. As you probably know, there was a lot of talk about, do we want to keep it here and blah blah blah. Well, I think $400,000 extra helps.
Wow.
Moving forward, they will be getting a check for $1.4 million. $400,000 more dollars is a lot of money. So
now, who's getting this check again?
The CIAA.
So
the CIAA
tournament
organization, the tournament organization.
Okay, so the organization is getting that money from the city.
From the city.
Because they generate so much income.
Oh my goodness.
For the city, okay.
Unbelievable. And they've been averaging probably over 50 million. Now, as much research as I tried to do,
it's probably more than that, to be honest with you. But that's the accountable number.
Yeah. They do an assessment, the board and stuff, about 6 months after, then they publish the findings, if you will.
Okay.
And 1 year they brought in about 48 million. My thing is, I've noticed NASCAR, ACC tournament,
right? Basically,
your white run main events, they don't bring in that kind of money.
Wow.
CIAA, I'm pretty sure, I can't nail it down, but I would not be surprised if we bring in the most money. And one of the things that's kind of irritating is our people spend our money. You know, we had an issue with the Ritz-Carlton. They had to give up $75,000 because of their statements being made toward African Americans who don't know how to tip and everything like that. So those things happen. I would like for the tournament, in recent years, there seems to be more of an escalation with crime.
Oh, yes.
A few years ago, a woman got shot in the head.
Yes. We've heard about that.
Hip-hop parties, there's 3 or 4 people got injured, shot.
Right.
There's always some type of violence that's been plaguing the CIAA. And, of course, the city always says it was not a CIAA sponsored event.
So let me ask you this. CIAA is really the ACC tournament, right?
No. The CIAA is a Division II,
okay,
comprised of historically black colleges like Johnson C. Smith University.
Okay.
And with the schism we get as black people,
right?
And I don't see, to me, I haven't seen enough city councilmen,
right,
demanding even more with the type of money we bring in.
But you know what's funny? This when I think about CIAA, my mind doesn't even go on basketball anymore. I'm thinking about something like what they used to have in Atlanta, what, Freaknik or something like that.
Well,
so that's the stigma that is bringing out really about the CIAA. But the good thing is bringing a lot of business to this area, to this Charlotte area. So
business for who?
Well, business for a lot of people who are business owners, like hotel chains, restaurants, and
this is the point I
bars
want to
and
make.
clubs.
Those hotels and bars and all of this, an overwhelming majority of those businesses, particularly in the hospitality community,
Right.
are owned by non-blacks. Maybe I need to say it that way.
Wow.
Owned by non-blacks, i.e., majority whites.
Okay.
The epicenter, which is a area in Uptown where so much of, like the name would imply, so much of the goings ons, for lack of a better word, and the energy around the basketball games being played at Time Warner Cable Arena, but right across the street is the epicenter.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, overwhelmingly the businesses in the epicenter are owned by non-blacks, and that's where the concentration of so much of our money and energy and things of that nature are being spent. Now there are some peripherals outside of the uptown area. Yeah, you're going to have some black businesses on the side that are going to pick up on a lot of the spillover that's coming in, but make no mistake about it, that kind of money generated to help the city's tax base and so forth is primarily coming from our demographic.
Okay.
And our demographic is always being ones dumped on until we're making them money. My hope is that a lot of our people understand this.
Okay. So when it comes to that, as far as the businesses, what can black businesses in Charlotte do to unite around this particular time in order to really enjoy some of the income stream that's going to be generated in this area? What can black businesses do?
Some of my research showed that there are a few out there who are trying to capitalize on the very thing you're talking about. Now, we don't own the Westin, and we don't own the Ritz-Carlton, and I don't think we own anything in the epicenter. Well, so much of this is being fueled. But if we're going to be spending our dollars on the consumer end, if we're bringing this kind of money into the city of Charlotte, which I'm pretty sure would not be surprised as far as a main event for this city, we bring in more money than the NASCAR themed, the ACC tournament themes, and all of those things.
Okay.
I mean, we need to try to maybe force politicians to work more on the behalf of the minority businessman, that black businessman.
Okay.
And I would like to think a lot of the colleges participating in this event are putting their energies to the ground to do just that. You know, we bring all of this money in, and inevitably we're going to hear of some shenanigans on the ground that they didn't want these black people congregating here. We didn't want them over there.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't tip well over here.
Right.
And God forbid, hopefully there are no violent issues with guns and knives and people getting hurt and everything.
So what lesson can the rest of the country learn from this? I'm talking about black America in respect to business owners and stuff like that.
We always try to promote, buy black, be black, support black, and that a lot of times I was an entrepreneur, and I'm still an entrepreneur at heart on some things. It's almost like a double-edged sword for a black entrepreneur. We have so much negative stigma that even our own people have bought into. As you well know, being an entrepreneur on what you do,
right.
It's like we're fighting against, like we're going up two streams. As it pertains to black businesses, and this can be seen all over the country, where we spend all of this money in support other businesses than our own. Black Bike Week,
right?
You name it.
Right.
We spend money, but we won't and empower and encourage other people. But we haven't turned the corner as much as we should to support our own demographic, like practically every other demographic in America does.
Okay. So, just for the viewing audience again, please tell them about a little bit about your organization before we close.
Again, I'm Clifford Murray, and I am the founder of Empowerment for Tomorrow. My 2 cents in endeavoring to help our community centers around our black male youth only, ages from 14 to 19, their father, if not a biological one, a male stakeholder.
Okay.
To get those 2 groups at the table and navigate and empower and begin to think soundly about taking care of our community, for our community, for ourselves.
So if someone wants to donate, what should they do?
Well, they can go to empft.org. That's my website. There they can click on the menu items and see my vision and so forth, and all of my information there. But yeah, there is a donate button on that website, and I'm certainly thankful for that, as well as information for meetings and so forth.
And you're available for speaking engagements as well.
I am, yes I am, absolutely.
And they could contact you directly from your website.
Yes, my phone number is on there as well as my email account. So 2 means of getting in contact with me.
Okay. So with that being said, we're going to wrap this up. My name is Mizonic. I have a new album out called Carnival. And please check it out, the website. Or you could just search on Google for Mezonic, M-E-Z-O-N-I-C. And that's Carnival. And also check out my last album, Inspired 2. You can also go to my website, mrpellc.com. African Kings of Hip Hop. Peace.